So Artur, right here, do some good stuff, and we get to see the image of, I'm assuming, the main villain of the movie, Douglas Bullet. Now, Douglas looking like a fierce, very fierce dude, looking big. And what surprised me too is that Douglas actually has some degree of leg mass. Like, he actually has some degree of legs there. With an upper body that large, kind of reminds me of like a little bit of Elizabello. I was expecting legs that were like very fit, like some Eggman legs. But no, thank you, Oda, for that. And then he has this pretty cool design, and he's a member of the Roger Pirates. Now, first of all, he has these skulls that kind of coincide with 9. The reason why I'm not too sure yet. This info is relatively new, only a few hours new. But he has a badge that says GF. 09 skull over here. He has, I think, 9 stars surrounding this skull over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stars. So this guy and the number 9 have some meaning. GF. I don't know. Gundam Force? Whatever. I don't know. I thought maybe it was like a Marine thing, but he's not a Marine. As far as I can tell, he's not a Marine. Before we get to the rest of this intel, once again, brought to you by Artur, Library of Ohara. I'll be link in the box below to the Library of Ohara for the YouTube cats, no doubt. Let me get on with this. So this is the trailer for the film. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to see what's going on with the trailer for this movie. The trailer has all the info that pretty much like Artur posted on his Twitter page, but Artur just has the individual tweets. So let's just go through this, alright? Step by step, piece by piece, inch by inch, brick by brick. Let's go. So 20th anniversary stuff, and we're seeing the bounties and whatnot. We're seeing the costumes. Buggy's in this movie. These are some of the locations of the movie, some concept arts of the location. And there we go. Vesta, Bullet, Luffy, and Bowman. And there we go. One Piece Stampede, now in production. Ichiro Oda, 2019 One Piece Production Committee. So I'm thinking probably sometime this summer, or maybe even like, because normally it's the summertime when these films come out. So let me just pause this brick by brick. Wuggy? Wuggy? No, ew. Don't say Wuggy. Stop that nonsense. What do you mean Wuggy? A lot of folks expect so much from Buggy. I really don't. He's literally a clown. He's not taking down any admirals. He's not fighting any warlords or like, you know, no Gorosei, nothing. Nothing. It's just Buggy, okay? But let's continue on with this. So, I wouldn't let them make a movie like this if I didn't have 20th anniversary in the title. I mean, of course, it's going to be a good time. Okay, so Oda has some confidence in this film, no doubt. Creative supervision, Ichiro Oda. So, I'm not sure if that means canon or not. I think it kind of means that there are canon elements, but not necessarily the movie itself is canon, of course. For example, like I always harken back to that. I think it's movie number 7 or movie number 6, where Luffy, he kind of gets the framework of Gear second in that movie, and not in actual story. So it's a weird thing there, but let's continue. So we see Luffy in his costume. So he has this weird hat on, like over his straw hat. The whole double layer hat thing is kind of fun. He has meat in a backpack and whatnot, and something else too, like some kind of, I don't know what's going on there. But the bounty, I think, should be 1.5. Yeah, I was right there. There it is. Wow, that's kind of freaky, actually. So, dead or alive, Monkey Luffy. This right here is when he has the 1.5 billion berry bounty, no doubt. So, this is after Whole Cake Island, after the events of Whole Cake Island, and he gets that huge Morgan's wank. He gets the Morgan gas, fake news Morgans. Oh yeah. So here we have Sanji and Zoro. Can we get an actual color version of this? Because I don't want to. It's kind of scaring me. All right, there it is. Boom. So you have Sanji and Zoro. Of course, the superior fighter has the superior bounty. Obviously he does. So Sanji rocking the 330 million. Zoro rocking the 320 million, no doubt. I would say at the end of Wano Kuni, Zoro gets higher bound than Sanji, but, yo, chat, put respect on the name with the W. That's what I'm talking about. But either way, exposed, yeah, no, Zoro did get exposed, like for real. Here's the thing though. So I'm something like after Wano Kuni, Zoro have a higher bounty, though the events are isolated, so it's kind of weird how it's gonna roll. But if they found out that Sanji's stealth black of German 66, that's going to be another bounty race right there, no doubt. But that being said, Sanji and Zoro with their Barnum posters and their new costumes. Sanji still look very plain. I don't know what's going on. Like, they look very, very plain. In fact, hold on. I think Zoro has something on like his leg. Kind of reminds me of like the old school Naruto, like has like a kunai satchel or something like on his thigh. I don't know, whatever. But they look very plain, not a big deal there. Chopper and Usopp. Chopper, kawaii desu. Usopp, what is going on there, buddy? Like, Usopp has some funky stuff. He has, okay, remember back in the day during Thriller Bark where Usopp, he had a fake 10-ton hammer? Well, what if Oda's trying to make this like real or something? He has a giant hammer. I mean, okay, like maybe that's not real, but at the same time, considering his getup and his whole body's kind of like holding the hammer, maybe the hammer's real, boys. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Usopp is actually lifting 10 tons. I don't know, Usopp. But he also has a weird deer hat. Like, wouldn't Chopper be offended? Like, Chopper should be offended by that, honestly. That's one of Chopper's brethren, and Usopp is he's slapping that on his skull. Like, yo, Chopper, bro. Like, your uncle's right here on my head. Like, for real. But regardless, Usopp's and Chopper's new getup, no doubt. And bounties, well, we know the bounties. Here we go. Here we go. So, Robin is not looking all that, which is like... Oh, okay, no. Let me correct myself. Let me correct the record right there. Robin is always best in One Piece, all right? Her hair right now looking very nice, very smooth, very silky, awesome. But her design, her getup is kind of reminds me of, I think it was the beginning of Film Gold when she wears the white dress, but it's a jacket or something sort of over that, like a robe over that. Nami, though, my God, like she, God damn. So, and then she has her climate attack on her thigh. Okay, I respect that for other reasons than you. Actually, no, you're probably going to say that I am. So I respect that, though. Nami's getup is actually pretty cool. Well, I like it. And Robin's, I wish there was more there, but hopefully she'll have another one over the course of the movie, all right? Who the hell said Lami and Robin? Yo, King of the Gargoyles, stop, bro. Here we go. Frankie, what is going on there, buddy? This is raw. Like, okay, Brook looks like a pirate, like an actual pirate, like, you know, the thing over his eye, and yo, like, he looks like a pirate, fine, whatever. Frankie, for the first time in a while, has my interest. More so than the other characters. What is Frankie doing? Like, what is Frankie actually doing? Are we going back to Dressrosa? Going to the Coliseum? Like it's Frankie in fight against Kyros or something? Like, what is happening? And he has a sword, too, I think. Okay, well, we don't see it. Or maybe, because I believe like the other images showed him with a sword. But Frankie's design is very interesting. I'm not too sure why he has this getup, but he's in full, like, Spartan, old school Greek armor. I'm liking it. Frankie actually looks cool. And with the sunglasses, too, mind you. Frankie looks pretty cool with his armor on. I'm not going to front. Yeah, Wanky right there. Wanky. Yo. Wanky's actually pretty devastating, honestly. All right, so we continue here. We have Law. Law's in the movie as well. Trafalgar D. Water Law. For some reason, he looks like he has Naruto whiskers. I don't know what's going on there. Law's in the movie, not fully colored yet. Here we have Smoker and Tashigi. Honestly, it looks like Smoker and Tashigi have both infiltrated pirate groups. That's the way it looks to me. That's fascinating if that's going to be the case. But at the same time, even though it's not canon, or it could be like pseudo-canon, is Oda ever going to put like Kobe in one of these movies and have Kobe be like an actual contender? Because the way I see it is that Kobe's not Luffy's marine rival. It's Smoker. And if Smoker's in this movie, then, well, there we go. But yeah, Smoker looks like a full-on pirate. Tashigi even more so. Like, Tashigi... Buggy. Listen, where these guys are, like, I forgot his name. The big guy with the lion, they got fat. Like, you remember how Usopp, when he ate all that food on the one archipelago island that kind of like eats itself? Well, guess what? They didn't lose the weight, all right? So they're looking like me, which is unfortunate. Trust me. Mr. 3 looking just Mr. 3. But he looks ridiculous. He looks like a guy. He looks like a blanket. Like an actual blanket. Like, I know that his arms are there kind of moving so he looks bigger, but he looks dumb. He looks dumb, bro. Get out of here. Oh, the poor choice in design. Alvida looking like the same with a top hat on, like a clown top hat on, or whatever. And then the other guy, fast name with the unicycle, whatever. So Buggy and his boys are going to be in the movie. Yeah, I'm a food man. Absolutely I am. Of course I am. That's why I'm looking like these two clowns. But the worst of all, the worst offender is this guy. Like, Buggy looks ridiculous. He looks bad. He just looks bad, bro. Like, I'm not trying, again, I know folks love Buggy, but he looks bad. Just keep it real. Here we go. Okay, so the Pirates Festival begins. So, right here, Chopper's wearing the same Jolly Roger as we get in the background right here. So, this is the Jolly Roger, clearly, of the pirate whatever's going on here. But again, I do not think it probably ties more so to Buena Festa. He's a sub-villain, clearly. He looks like a sub-villain. He looks like a Spandam, where he's not like the main thread. He's just there, like running the show. So Pie Festival, no doubt. So here we have the areas. This looks very nice area. We see all these ships in the harbor. The island's kind of like cut in half, or like cut in like sections. It's a very nice area. Let me actually zoom in real quick. So there you go. So again, nice, whatever, not a big deal. There's all these concepts and whatnot. We have, I think, like a floating island or something of the sort. It's kind of weird there, like whatever's going on here. There's like a floating island, kind of like got some cheeky stuff, or it's like an island that's like kind of contained in a zone, or it's an island on the water, but this is like a sonar of the entire island. I'm not too sure what's going on there. But then we have this ship, and it looks like there's gold spilling out of the ship. Well, he wants in too because there's money involved. Clearly money involved. Here we go. The hunt for Roger's treasure. So here's the thing. Is it the One Piece or is it another treasure that Roger had? Again, fascinating. So some more stuff here, more concept arts and whatnot. I'm gonna go through. Like, there's so many back in. Let me see here. Could I pause that? And Artur has more of these things too. So right here in the corner, we're seeing the Sun Pirates and we're seeing the Red Hair Pirates, that kind of stuff. So that's fascinating in itself. We're seeing the designs for the Moby Dick and other ships, other well-known ships. Clearly, there's going to be some sort of culmination because 20th anniversary of One Piece. There's going to be something kind of culminating with all the stuff, or most of the stuff we've gotten so far in the series. And then we have the villains, if you would. So, War Instigator, Master of Festivities, Festa. Okay. It's kind of heavy, honestly. War Instigator. Like, he's the Zhuge Liang in the corner planning, plotting, and scheming. And his name is Festa, Master of Festivities. So, this whole pirate festival is probably planned by him, like I said before. But, with the guy we care about, here we go. Here we go. Formerly of the Roger Pirates, the Demon Heir. When I think of demons, the first thing that comes to mind is Zoro. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. Zoro, the Demon Heir, Douglas Bullet. That face is yeah, man. This guy is clearly a competitor. He's clearly a competitor, bro. This guy does not mess around at all, in the slightest. And you can see the pulsars coming out. And it's very obvious that Doug is rocking Kagasaki, which is kind of crazy, honestly. Now, I don't know when he got Kagasaki. They may let us know in the movie. Well, I doubt it. But if you go through the Roger Pirates crew, at that point in time, Douglas, I see him very similar to... There was one guy in Film Gold who was a member of the Rev. He's kind of canon, I think, but he's not necessarily like in the story of One Piece, like the actual canon story of One Piece. He's not there. But there's a guy like that in Film Gold where he's a part of the Revolutionary Army, but we never see him in the actual, canon manga or anime. And Douglas could be the same way, where he's a member of the Roger Pirates, but never actually shown in canon and whatnot. But if you consider Roger himself, he had a Conqueror's Haki. Of course he did. Rayleigh has Conqueror's Haki. Oden has Conqueror's Haki. And now Douglas? So what? Like, how many dudes in one pirate crew get Conqueror's Haki? Assuming that he got Conqueror's Haki during his time with the Roger Pirates. Like, how many cats? Like, for the Straw Hat crew, I don't think Sanji or Usopp or Zoro are going to Conqueror's Haki. I really don't. Usopp, potentially, fine, given what could happen later on in the story. But Sanji and Zoro, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think so at all. Frankie, no. And then again, if you want to include Shanks, but Shanks, I'm pretty sure, didn't have Conqueror's Haki when he was on Roger's ship, because too young, inexperienced, that's my assumption right there. But if he did, 5 dudes on one ship with Conqueror's Haki? Bullet equals rocks? No, because it's the Roger Pirate stuff. So the rock stuff we'll probably get later on in actual, we will get later on in Wano Kuni, probably. But this guy's Roger Pirates, which honestly, I would really want that to be in the manga. I'm not gonna lie to you. because that's what matters the most in the manga. But for the sake of the movie, again, if we have a guy that's part of the Roger Pirates, but he's not really canon, like he's a canon character, but he's not actually in the story itself, then alright, fine. Alright. Not necessarily a big deal. And then we have Gear 4. So, clearly, Bullet is an adversary that requires a bound man, number one, so that, of course, alludes to his strength. And then number two, Luffy remembers his name full well. So, it's not some other weird, like, side name. It's Bullet. So, those are indications of the guy's power. Like, trust me, like, even though it's a very simple thing where he says his name, when Luffy remembers your name, you matter in some respects. You do. It is what it is. And there it is. One Piece Stampede, the movie. And in productions, no doubt, 2019. So very quickly, before we get to all the anime stuff, let's run through Arthur's tweets. Once again, shout out to Artur. So again, we have the concept art of Douglas, no doubt. Looking very good, looking very fierce. We have Buena Festa. Just again, Spandam, not a big deal there. We have Douglas Bullet confirmed, a former member of the Roger Pirates, Demon Successor. So Demon Successor, Bullet. And then I think it's a match. Does it match up with what they said here? The Demon Heir. Alright, fine. Same thing. Yeah, same thing. Then we have Laws, art right there. We saw before. Again, he looks like he has Naruto whiskers. I'm not even joking. Like, that's where he looks, but let's not, yeah. Again, we have Tashigi and Smoker in pirate getup, so they've infiltrated. Alright, real quick. So G5, and then Douglas has what? He has GF. I like this guy's build. He just like stocky, and he has leg mass. Like, oh wait, what? Okay, that's rare. He's a rare breed, like just de facto rare breed. Buggy. Wait, hold on. What are they? Our Lord and Savior Buggy-sama. Stop the gas, please. Are you gonna kill us? Our Lord and Savior Buggy-sama and his crew will appear in Stampede. Woo. That's a nay from me, but there we go. Buggy and his boys. No doubt we got it before. We have Luffy and Bowman. Stampede takes place post-Wicked Island in pre-Wano, though, of course, in a non-canon setting where all the strats are together, like with Film Gold. Right, exactly. Yeah, that's fair. We have the bounties that we've seen before, no doubt. Again, factual. The higher bounty, strongest man. The higher bounty, the stronger the man. Obviously, no doubt. Usopp, again, is disrespecting Chopper's family. Like, that's great. I love that. Of course, the bays. Of course, Frankie. What you're doing is interesting as all hell. We have the concept art and whatnot. Again, let's ignore this. And we have over here, no doubt, we have Bullet. Seemingly appears to be using Kakusaki, which is interesting. Again, that's a lot of. Again, if we include Shanks, which it's not really fair, but if we include Shanks, that's a lot of hockey users. That's a lot of color of Conqueror's hockey users in one ship. There's so many, bro. Like they were stacked. What is this? Artur, what are you doing, bro? Okay, we'll just move on. All right, so here we have we have the arts, no doubt. Again, another quick run through it there, and then we have again whatever the. Okay, so this. Okay, this I didn't catch in the trailer. That's the same ship that we're seeing over here. They're all the same. It looks like it's underwater, but it's not underwater. It's actually above land. Okay, fair. But this whole area is wonky. Like, how's it even formed? I'm not too sure, but it's the same ship. So is the island itself actually on the sea, or is it floating in the sky? I don't know, but it's fascinating because again, I'm trying to correlate this image with this. Like, why is this a thing? So let's move on from that. Here's what we saw before. A lot of these concept arts. So we have the Red Pirates, we have the Sun Pirates, we have the ships of the Moby Dick, and I think is that Roger ship? Not sure if that's Roger ship. Hold on, let me see here. What does artist say about this one? Some concept art for Stampede showing some very interesting things. A place with various pirate merchandise and famous ship models. Okay. And amusement part, recreation of Roger's execution. Oh, recreation, I should say. Okay, so that they recreated. Okay, so Festa made all this stuff then. So Festa made a recreation of Roger's execution. Make your own wanted poster booth. Is that what that is? Okay, so Festa did all this stuff. Make your own wanted poster. Okay, so this is all Festa then. He's got all these pirates and whatnot, so they can celebrate Roger, the Pirate King, through festivities. And that's why Tashigi and Smoker are there. They're infiltrating this whole area so they can try and get some pirates, because pirates are clearly going to be coming here, get their bounties, and that's why Luffy coming there too, because they want to. Okay, so they want to enjoy themselves. No doubt. Okay, now it's making sense. Okay. Larger building with the dome, with a particular emphasis on the balcony. Hope we get a cool scene there. Probably will. Okay, balcony. So I'm either Douglas or Festa. Probably do something there as well. No doubt. A pretty cool looking control room with several computers. Okay. Shot of mysterious floating island. It is a floating island. Fucking. All right. A shot of mysterious floating island from the trailer appears to be underwater. What? A shot of a mysterious floating island from the trailer appears to be underwater or in the sky in some way. Yeah, it's really hard to say, honestly, God. More concept arts, and we see this. We see, okay, more of that. Interesting, fascinating. We have the logo, the symbol of, okay, so the official symbol of the Pirate Expo. Oh, that's what, okay. The Pirate Expo, okay. Which is basically run by Festa. Duh, obviously, okay. Shiki, yo, bro. I would love the return of Shiki. I dig Shiki hard, but he ain't coming back, unfortunately. He's back in prison with Magellan, which is unfortunate, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, the symbol of the Pirate Expo. Okay, fair, cool. So, which of course is probably going to be Festa's symbol, no doubt. And that's it, boys. There we go. So, again, looking very good. Former Roger Pirates. Of course, my thumbnail right there, obviously. No doubt my thumbnail. But that's all the info we have right now on the, which of course is a lot more info we got than last time, of course, but more and more stuff is coming out as the months go on, as we reach the date for this movie. I'm looking forward to this movie, and I'm hoping it's gonna be a good time, and I want to see some good stuff from, a lot of good stuff from the girls. Frankie, what's going on, buddy? Like, Frankie, I need to find out, like, why, how, like, let's say during the festivities that there's an actual competition and Frankie wants in. Like, Frankie, what's going on? Frankie, I need to find out what's happening with Frankie most of all. Of course, Sanji's all Luffy fights, no doubt. And, you know, like, the rest is the same. So, but hey, Douglas Bullet, Roger Pirates. So, no rock stuff for the movie, as far as you know. But Roger Pirates, yes. Canon, not really. Maybe canon character, everything else is non-canon. Alright, so that's it, guys. That is it for the info for One Piece, new info for One Piece Stampede, the film. Once again, shouts to Artur of the Library of Ohara, and I'm going to catch you guys and gals on the flip side.